Bacon, no bacon, no bacon, no bacon,
Bacon, no bacon.
Podcast. Everybody's COVID free.
Everyone's
still down
COVID
at the
free.
old
Knock
butt
on wood.
residence.
Knock on wood. We're all COVID free. Hopefully it stays that way.
I gotta say, as every day goes by, like at first we didn't have anybody. There was like 2 or 3 degrees of separation between us and anybody that we knew with that test positive.
Yeah.
But every day there's somebody closer and closer
Ça vient, mon
who
homme.
test positive.
Ça
Yeah,
vient.
you know that lady I've talked about before that Angela take care of?
Yeah.
Her madame?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just tested positive yesterday.
No way. Madame's got COVID?
Yeah. Yeah, and she's in a new home too, and so it's very not cool.
And she's quite elderly, right? How old is she?
She's only like 78, but she's in advanced stage of Alzheimer's, so it's gonna suck.
that one of
for
the
sure.
weak-
I don't know how if she has symptoms or anything. Luckily, Angela hasn't been there in over a week, so all clear. She's actually Angela's working with a new older lady now.
She's got a new madame.
Angela has made a huge step. I'm pretty proud of her. I don't know if she's got a new madame. That's right. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but she's 51-year-old and just has made she's making a complete change in career, starting a new business. Instead of cleaning, she had a cleaning business for 30 years. Now she's starting a business with her cousin where it's basically elder care, but private home elder care. And they're gonna work on like technologies that will help. Like say you're living in, like your brother living in Toronto. He wants to know how mom's doing or how dad's doing, whatever. You just sign into this portal, and every day there'll be notes like, "Oh, dad was feeling tired today," or
Oh, okay.
shit like that.
Ah, interesting. That's very cool. That's a good. That's a great little business.
Yeah, she probably shouldn't say that because she hasn't developed the app yet. But yeah, so she dropped a bunch of her cleaning clients, and she's making a real go of it. And I'm proud of her. It's very brave to. Change is scary, right?
Yeah, of course. Dude, especially at a time like this, where
so-
like everything's uncertain and
Yeah.
you're just jumping into. I mean, I think that's great for what we're going through right now because nobody could even visit. Let's say you're in another province, you can't just fly back. It's a lot harder.
But care workers are allowed to go. But here's the thing. Her cleaning customers, she's had some of them for 10, 15, 20 years. Not to be morbid, but you're not going to keep these clients for 20 years. You know what I mean? If you start and they're 86, you're going to have to find new clients regularly.
Yeah, you're always looking for new clients, but there's always like a rotation of clients that are coming in. I think that's otherwise like the
but
funeral
you have to get the
business
word
or the
out,
old
you know what I
folks'
mean?
home business, I guess would be worried about that, but they're not. There's always someone else coming in.
But I mean, old folks' homes are easy to find. She's one person right now. Anyway, I'm very proud of her, and hopefully she's successful.
It's a pretty great idea, man. I think it'll take off. I think that's a good. Right now, it's so hard to get in contact with people and go see them, and even if they are in a home or whatever, some homes you can't even go see them. Only like your caretaker can, like somebody who's watching you can do that. So I think that's a big. That's pretty cool. Good for her. Congratulations, Angela.
She also started a little greeting card business. She's an amateur photographer.
Yeah, she takes some pretty nice pictures.
Now she's making greeting card with all her pictures. She went crazy. She printed like 200 different greeting card. I'm like, tabarnak, pick 6 and print a lot of them. I don't like. She's like, people bought them and like, what's left in your inventory? How do you know? Anyway, she's got beautiful things.
I like how
for
you're
every
always
occasion.
like, you introduce what she's doing, you're like, but I don't know why she's doing it that way.
Well, she's enthusiastic about it. Like she print hundreds and hundreds of different things.
Yeah.
But like, what if somebody really liked this one? What if they want to buy 10 of that one? She's like, oh.
Yeah, I think at the
Anyway,
start.
yeah, greeting cards by
Yeah,
Angela.
that's cool. Oh, is that her? Does she have a website or
No.
a Instagram or something we can plug?
She has an Etsy.
Etsy?
She has an Etsy, but yeah, she has an Instagram though. It's AD McFly, at AD McFly. So if you want to see some greeting card, just write her a DM and she'll, I don't know, send you 7,000 fucking pictures to look at, and you can pick which one you want on the greeting card. Super high profit margin. This business.
That's no, it is a great, especially it's fun to do. It's a little hobby that she has. She likes taking pictures. She's pretty good at it too.
Yeah,
I've seen
she
some
loves.
great pictures. She's getting good
Yeah,
at the night photography as well.
and there are, and as it is right now, every card is handmade. Like literally, she bought the cards and she's sticking the picture on the
Awesome.
card, put a little label on it, like photographed by Angela McFly. Angela McFly. What the fuck's her name again? AD McFly. Yeah, go to I don't know. She has an Etsy shop too, and it's something like it's what is it? It's super catchy.
Super catchy. Is that what it is?
No, she has an Etsy shop anyway. She's very talented and ambitious and really a busybody. She's always fucking doing something, and I just try to get out of the way and hide.
Yeah, get
so
the
I
hell
don't
out
have
of the
to
way,
help.
buddy. You're always in the fucking way. So, what else is new, man? So what? But you're saying COVID's getting closer to the people you know, hey, man? It's crazy. It's getting a little scary with what's happening. Like, I mean, we're back in the lockdown. It's a full week now in Quebec. The only thing I'm worried about, like, I think I saw something about I can't remember. Oh, I should have researched this before. There was
Even the gyms closed.
yeah, they
There's no
closed
more
the gyms now.
open.
But there was an independent MP or something in Ottawa that's now proposing to get rid of daylight savings, which is, first of all, what I said at the
Really?
starting of spring. Not taking credit for it because everybody's always been hating daylight savings, but at the starting of spring when all this happened, I was like, well, if we better fucking not change the clock back in the winter because this is going to suck. So I really hope they do scrap that.
Yeah, what would that give it? That would give us an extra hour of sunlight at the end of the day if we put because we fall back.
Well, yeah. Well,
Right,
no.
we
What
fall back,
if
so
we
we-
fall back right now? We're basically the sun will go. It goes down earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't need that hour at the beginning of the day. I could use the hour at the end of the day. Let's do that.
Yeah, no, it definitely would be much better without any of that daylight savings crap. I would enjoy that. That'd be fun. Seeing the sun out
I'm in.
later and not having to deal with
Yeah.
all gloomy. And I'm just trying to enjoy the outdoors more. That's what I've realized is now a lot of people are probably getting a little bit more depressed because of the weather. But I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think like you got to embrace it. I feel like when you're always trying to fight
Man, I
it,
went to the-
then you're like, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, it's cold. But if you're like, all right, it's cold. Let's put some clothes on and get out there. You feel great.
Yeah, I went to the grocery store yesterday and I realized as I got in the car, it was the first time I left the house since Sunday. I was like, oh, shit, I should probably get out.
I'm
more.
about to go out
So
after this.
After we're done with this. Yeah, me too. I got shit to do in the yard. I'm going to start getting one of my garden ready to plant my winter garlic.
Winter garlic.
Yeah, you plant it in the fall and then it grows next year.
Like in the spring, it'll come out?
have
Like
to
it'll
go-
grow over the
Yeah.
winter?
It'll, I don't know, incubate over the winter. I don't know. I got to go buy
The
some
devil garlic is
compost and some mulch.
that? Oh,
Yeah, that's just how you do it in Quebec. Apparently, it's better to plant in the
wow.
fall.
I didn't know. That's how you.
But then you got to protect it. So I got to plant it, but then I got to put like straw or mulch on top to keep it kind of insulated.
Right.
And I need a heavy, rich soil, so I have to buy some compost to put in the garden to make sure to have nutrient. We'll see. It's my first try. I got like $40 worth of garlic bulbs that I'm gonna plant. If it gets wrecked, well, I guess I'm just buying my garlic still.
And do you have to like put it in some sort of a cage or something so like squirrels or nothing dig it up and eat it? Or like I don't know if there's any.
That'd be some bad breath squirrels. No. They didn't. I googled it. It didn't mention squirrel. It was more like mites and like slugs.
Okay,
and,
just like bugs,
insects.
right, okay.
There's the risk from insects, but
Okay,
yeah.
no, because I know there's something like I think it's
let's go, we'll
tulips
see.
or something. There's something that like the bulbs get eaten by animals, like they'll dig it up.
Yeah. Rabbits.
Rabbits?
I think will have eaten some of my tulips.
There you go.
Some of my tulips.
Yeah, so you like make a
But,
cage or something and you put them in.
Good. I'm trying different things. I did beans this year, which I love yellow beans, but it turned out the kind of beans that I got have that string in it. You know, when beans have a string, I guess that's why they call them string bean. I don't know, but
Probably
I
a good
didn't
reason.
love the beans, so I don't know if I'll do beans next year. I did carrots, and I ended up with the most pathetic, sad-looking fucking carrots you've ever seen in your life. So maybe carrots wasn't the way to go. But cucumbers, I ended up with maybe a dozen cucumber, which I thought was little for the amount of fucking space it took up. But I planted potatoes just on a whim. I planted them in like fucking June or July, and ended up with enough potatoes for like 4 meals worth of potatoes.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Which was cool. Doing the little récolte of potatoes.
Wouldn't it be nice to have like a huge chunk of land? Like imagine you'd probably be able to grow everything you would need for the winter.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
And I'm so there, man. I'm so there, but I find I go in waves, right? Like I was such a busybody all summer, building things and doing things, and now I find I'm getting into complacent. Like I should have started shopping for houses. I don't know. I just when my finances are bad, I find I just sit here and like stare at the wall, like, oh my god, how am I going to pay for this, or how am I going to pay my bills?
You're not the only one. Everybody's like that. I feel.
I would love to just sell the house and move to the country. You know, like buy something equivalent price, keep the same level of mortgage, but live in the country and have a little lake or a pond in my backyard.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. Just not a farm, but like a nice chunk of land that you can make your own like farm for yourself. Just have all your own vegetables, your own potatoes and your garlic, and that'd be so cool.
Build a tree house, maybe build a bar up in the tree or something, like, you know, like a little.
That's what you thought of. Derek's got to have a bar, man. There can't be no
with
bar.
Like a zip line, with the zip line out of the bar. You know what I mean? You got a zip line out of the bar.
Yeah, get that zip line over there. Hopefully there's a cigarette lighter that's also attached to the zip line in case, so you can light a smoke while you're going down it.
Halfway down.
Don't want to, you got to get a good view and a smoke.
A guy can dream.
Am I cutting you off? Is it, are we bad? This video quality is not as great as I would have loved.
No, I think you're,
I don't know if it's mine. I've got almost full bars. I'm a couple, what's your bars at? You blaming my internet.
Full
you
bars.
Full?
I'm full.
No, that's fucking crazy. I don't know. Maybe I
I'll switch.
No, if you switch now, we'll lose you. Or whatever. If you want to do it.
No, I switched on my computer. I turned my computer off the same network.
Off the same network? Oh, yeah, right, because you're on your phone. Yeah.
That my phone is up.
I hear you. Yeah, you're getting a little better. I don't know. Are you all right, man? You sound down. You're I get it. The weather.
I'm just realizing that I have so much to do, and I'm
hey, we can end the podcast early. I don't know if anyone else might.
Not.
I've got things to do, man.
No. I'm just like I'm not enjoying the situation the world is in. That we're,
Yeah, it sounds like you're fucking down, buddy. Sounds like you're down. Nobody kick him in the balls. Derek's down.
I did some corporate Zoom sort of online shows this week, and they didn't go great. They didn't. I had one that went pretty good. It was for a fundraiser thing. That went pretty good. But it's like I got spoiled. I think we talk about it off air or whatever. But the last couple of years in my career, I've been kind of lucky. I've been spoiled that we get to go do theaters. That it's my show. I can do whatever I want. There's nobody saying, "Oh, don't say this, don't talk about that." I can do whatever I want. It's my show. Now, and over the last few years, my career was going well enough that I was able to. I was able to, when somebody say, "Oh, it's a corporate, you have to be clean. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about," and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm not the right comedian for you. Maybe,
Yeah.
But now in this state, when they say any work that come, I'm like, yeah, for sure, I'll do whatever you need, and I just didn't fucking enjoy it at all. I didn't like it. I didn't.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? You might be like the Zoom king in 2 to 3 years from now, because. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you remember this, but when I was in Halifax on 22 Minutes, remember you did a corporate and we hung out at Beerley's.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember how shit that corporate went, and that's when you were like I think you did a corporate and it went really bad. And I remember sitting with you.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
I remember being with you, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't know, man. I can't nail these corporates. Fuck, they're fucking hard." And then you were like the guy. I think the guy who booked you was like, "You're a professional." Like, I remember you were so down and depressed, and I was like, "Dude, you're fucking hilarious." It just shit shows, obviously. And then like 2 to 3 years later, you're like fucking booking theaters and selling them out. Like, I don't know why. Like,
What was that?
I don't know, but
that
it
went
was
shit. I don't remember. I don't remember it going so bad.
I remember, man, you were super down and we were hanging out, and I was just like, I was trying to cheer you up, and I'm like, dude, don't worry, you're fucking hilarious. I don't know why you're so like, who gives a shit? It's a corporate. Like, obviously, like everyone has shitty corporates here and there. And you were so depressed over it because I think the guy said something really shitty, and you were like, "Fucking asshole, fucking." You're super pissed about it. But yeah, no.
I guess I block it out of my head. Because I don't. Enjoy
And then,
them,
dude, a
for
couple
sure.
years
I don't
later,
enjoy
you're
them.
selling out theaters. So I don't think like I think like in 2 years from now, if Derek turns out to be the Zoom king, selling out Zoom shows. It'll be hilarious for sure. No, these things happen, man. And it's such a weird change. Like, everyone's just trying to do whatever the hell they could do. I mean, what are you gonna? It's not your fault. It's got to be a Zoom show, man. What a weird. I don't know. I've yet to do a Zoom show.
Yeah.
I haven't done one. I don't want to. I don't know.
Really,
Maybe I'll
eh?
try, but I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do that. I mean, I'd rather do a fucking video or something. Grab the camera, go outside. I don't know. I don't feel like doing a. But you know what? I feel like I'm trashing it, and then I'll probably come around and be like, I'm really liking these Zoom shows.
Well, yeah, it was nice because I had five show to do over 3 days. It was nice to have the last one to be good. Here's the other thing: like, I find I've been doing so much comedy in English,
Yeah.
that when I do show in French, I find that you need a different rhythm to do stand up
Oh,
in French,
yeah,
and
for sure.
like, it's like I've forgotten how to do it or whatever, especially without a live audience. I find one of my cachet or whatever in French when I'm at the clubs or whatever is that I do a very American style stand up, right, where I'll talk to the audience and
Yeah.
stuff. But online, I can't see what anybody's thinking, whatever. It's like I just felt like I wasn't sharp.
Well, if you could see what people are
Plus,
thinking,
I-
you shouldn't be a comedian. You should be a fucking mind reader, buddy. I get it. I know. I'm trying to fucking liven you up. Get them going,
Anyway,
man.
yeah, so I felt that of the 4 shows that I did, 2 of them were French, and I felt that the English one went better than the French one. I don't know, it was weird. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe they went fine, and I'm just being too hard on myself, but I'm pretty sure they weren't. Pretty sure they suck.
I'm sure they were fine. It's probably hard to judge also.
Like and the English, I got feedback. Like I said, they said no swearing, so I tried not to swear. I didn't say fuck, whatever. But apparently shit, I can't say shit either in a corporate
Wow.
setting. Like I called, in some of my jokes, I called my kids shithead.
yeah, well. You can't call
And
your
she's
kid
like,
shithead on a
after
corporate.
After the show was over, she's like, a little bit too much shit talk for afternoon corporate comedy. And I'm like, really? Shit's a bad word? What? Okay. I didn't think shit was a bad word.
That's hilarious. I love that. I love when you get in trouble for saying things.
Yeah. Too much shit talk.
What did I do? I can't remember.
And then the other note I got was, and maybe you could try to end on a high note. Okay, thanks. So what are you saying? I just died a miserable death at the end. Anyway, it wasn't fun. I'm glad it's over. I got my money.
Dude, remember we did that
Mortgage, the house. I saved the house for another 2 weeks. We're good.
Remember we did that corporate in Ottawa for Adobe, I think it was?
At their office?
It was at I think St. Ambroise.
Oh yeah, the brewery,
yeah.
a brewery or something.
Yeah, and the lady, we walk in, and
yeah.
the lady's like, she said something about, I think she said, don't mention anything about the ethnic people in the front row, and you're like, oh no, I don't do ethnic. There's our ethnic guy right here. So I thought when you just said that, I thought you meant like you got to do some ethnic material, like he's your ethnic guy. Even though I don't really have too much ethnic material. And then I started railing on the table of like 5 tech guys, brown dudes, right in the front. And then I get off and she fucking just was like, I fucking said don't make fun of the ethnic guys in the front row. I was like, I thought you meant make fun of the ethnic guys in the front row.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm ethnic. I didn't.
I was like, they're
I
fine with
lost
it. Don't
something in
worry. Yeah, I had
translation.
no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, no speak of the language.
Well, that's the thing too. The gatekeeper, the person that's in your contact, often has no fucking clue
Right.
about comedy and what people
Yeah.
are able to take. You know, they're worried. They're so worried that they handcuff you. So like, I have to do 40 minutes about the weather. What the fuck am I
Yeah.
going to talk about? Let's see if I can't. Why did you? That's like again. There's time like when things were going well for me, I was able to when they start giving me all these parameter and don't say this, don't say. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm not the
Yeah.
comedian for you. I'm pretty sure you could get a fucking juggler. I don't know, but now I'm not in that. I don't have that luxury of saying no to things. But in my head, I'm like, why the fuck? Like every one of the there was like 8 different people that I ended up having to speak to. We had these conference
Yeah.
call and whatever, and they're like, "Oh, I googled you, and not sure I saw that HBO thing that you did." I'm like, "Well, that's not my corporate set." And so they're like, "Okay, phew," because but then that's what you saw that made you
Yeah.
want me, and you
Yeah.
thought it was funny enough to want me, but your fucking employees can't handle that kind of funny. My employees can only laugh at the weather and fucking cooking jokes.
Yeah, I wonder what corporate shows were like 20 years ago. Like, do you think they were?
Very, very clean. Even clubs, 20 years ago, even clubs would say don't swear too much. Like Rumors up until recently asked you not to swear.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It's like the whole point of comedy and like stand up is like it's people
Pushing the envelope.
yeah, and like saying the things that you wish you could say at work and you want to say but you can't, but you like always, you're always thinking, and that's what I always thought, like I don't understand why they try to censor or tell you can't. Like I get obviously don't swear constantly.
Yeah.
Maybe not talk about some filthy things if it's a corporate setting.
Ass fucking.
Yeah, stay away from those topics. But I mean, in general, I mean, if you're like shithead, I mean, people swear, people say things. I mean, shithead's not a terrible. But I guess calling your kids a shithead. Somebody messaged me. A friend of mine messaged me and was like, "I can't believe you didn't. What did you? I think you called one of your kids a fuck face."
Yeah, that's
And he was like,
my little pet name.
I
for
can't
them.
believe you didn't bleep out Derek calling his kid a fuckface. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's fucking, it would be all bleeps. I mean, that's all
That's
Derek
what he calls them all the
kids.
time.
Like, how much do you want me to bleep? The whole episode? It's just Derek fucking shitting on his kids for an hour.
Yeah.
But it's I mean, I think that that's what people like about you. People like that you say inappropriate things and you say things that like they're like, oh my god. You know how many corporates or show, not even corporates, but like just shows that we go and you're like, all right, they said don't swear, don't do anything dirty, and then I'm like sweating while I'm up there like, all right, don't fuck up, don't say a swear word, and then you go up and you're like, whoa, this town's got. What'd you say? You said, oh yeah, you were talking about Kegels. This is fucking Derek. He opens up with.
Oh, yeah.
Derek opens up with talking about a joke about Kegels, and everyone's like, just silence. Nobody understands. He goes, "What? You guys don't know what Kegels are?" And they're all like, "Well, I don't have." Derek's like, "What kind of flabby
Push-ups for your
What
pussy.
kind of flabby vagina town is this?" That's what. After you tell me.
What was that joke?
After you make me like
what was
the
that
whole
joke?
show, I'm like trying my best not to swear or say anything dirty, and within 2 minutes, you call the whole town a flabby vagina town. Like,
What was that joke? How do we get to
I don't
Kegels
know.
in
You were
that
talking
joke? I
about something
remember
about
having that
Kegels,
joke.
and I can't remember. It was a joke. I think you used to do it. I don't remember what the joke was though.
Yeah, it's the face. It's something to do like the face when you see a woman in the grocery store and she's got this face happening. She's just doing Kegels. But what was I forget what the lead in.
I can't remember, man. But I just remember being in the back of the room going,
joke
"What
about?"
the hell? You just told me not to do what you just did in 2 minutes." Oh, that was hilarious, man. Flabby vagina. And that was and that was a small room. Like, it was like a good little kind of fundraiser thing or something.
Shoot, I wish I could remember that. Yeah, I used to love doing that joke. It was part of a bigger joke.
What kind of flabby vagina town? What was the other one you did too? I got a clip of, but you didn't want me to. I sent it to you, but you never wanted to post it because you're like, oh, it might be too it might be too dirty to post. It was we're in PEI and the guy's in the front row. There's an old guy and he's got 5 daughters, and you're like, that's all your daughters? He's like, sir. You know, you can pull out and come on your wife's face once in a while. Like, what the hell? Classic, buddy. Good times, man.
Oh man, I gotta try to remember what that joke was. That was definitely in the first string. That was like a whatever that Kegel joke is, because the Kegel is just one small little tag in the joke.
I can't remember what it was, but it was
I can't remember what the joke was.
I wonder if it's on film anywhere. I got a ton of film.
Yeah.
I got a ton of like clips of you doing it. That's funny, man. Wild times, man. The road.
I didn't even bring paper and pencil today.
No, totally unprepared. Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Did you hear about that lady in the West Island who tried to who threatened her neighbor with a bow and arrow? I wonder what happened. I think people are losing it. I think it's getting crazy.
Threatened her neighbor with a bow and arrow.
Yeah. And she got arrested. Like, I think she got arrested for it. Yeah, it's getting crazy. The other day I was watching the news and they were like, traffic on the 20, there's somebody walking on the highway, but the cops are on the way to swoop them up. So that'll be cleared out soon. And then they just kept going. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Who's walking on the highway? Can we get back to that story?
That movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas.
It's getting, I think, the important thing is get out, during this fucking, it's easy to, like, get caught up a couple days and you're like, shit, I didn't even go outside. I didn't even do anything, like, outside. Like, you're doing stuff in the house, but then you don't even realize, but it's good to get out. It's good to, like, get some air.
I've been napping a lot.
You've been napping? Yeah, that's not...
Yeah, I haven't been productive this week at all. I had 5 shows in 2 days, so I definitely once I've done a show, I feel like, I've done productivity enough today.
Yeah.
So I didn't do anything. But now I'm gonna go golfing tomorrow. That's outside. That's good for me.
Yeah, that's good.
And then hopefully I'll be productive around the house all weekend. It's got to winterize. I cleaned the garage this week.
Oh, that's cool.
Made room for the tools and I'm going to bring in, I have some extra firewood outside that I got to bring in for the winter.
You're lucky, man. Fireplace is like the key. You need a fireplace. That's great. You're very lucky you have one. Because now you can't, There's no more... you can't get new ones, like, anyway.
Even, I'm grandfathered
even in Brossard, that's like the law there, or is that like a whole Montreal surrounding region?
No, it's Brossard too.
Are you guys part of like
your grandfather?
Are you guys part of Montreal? Like, because there's like, I'm learning this now. There's like a like even like the suburbs, like Chateauguay apparently is considered part of Montreal. Yeah,
really?
That's why they're in the red zone.
Montérégie, you're not. Oh, because the Montérégie is another region, and Montérégie is also red zone.
Yeah, that's it. So I think
Chateauguay is part of the Montérégie.
It is. It's part of the Montérégie, and I think
it goes all the way to Valleyfield.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, and I think there's part of the Montérégie that's part of like a collective of Montreal suburbs. They call it. So because you're close to Montreal, they consider you like a barrier of Montreal. So they consider you in Montreal.
Right. Right. Like Laval is on the north side and we're on the south side.
So it's like a barrier too. So even like green spaces and stuff, I'm learning about that now because of my land. Apparently.
But it's not even all of the Montérégie that's in the red zone though. Like I think Verchères and Varennes and
it's only that's what I was saying. It's kind of like the Montérégie is like split into like an area that's part of Montreal in a sense, like theoretically on paper. So that's why you're in the red zone as well, and like everything's closing down because you're close. So I guess they figured people that commute or a lot of people that work in Montreal, they consider it as a
right. They live there,
they live in the Montreal area. But Brossard, how's it doing? Is people any outbreaks recently? Anything going crazy over there?
I don't know, not like another bar or whatever. No, I don't know, man. I'm fucking. I'm so
Trying to stay away
I'm so
from it.
over it. Like, just cut it out, everybody. Like, let's. I don't know. Wouldn't it be great if, like, Canada, all of a sudden the snow starts falling in the freezing temperature and there's just no more?
Yeah,
COVID?
that would be beautiful. But I think we're fucked.
But here's something interesting though. I had my baseball championship. I'm on a baseball team, and we were in the finals. We lost. It was sad. But there's a guy on our team who's a cardiologist at the Glen at the super hospital, and he was saying, because I've often said even on this podcast, that all these measures is really to prevent the collapse of the global healthcare system. And so each country is just trying to prevent the collapse of their healthcare system. That's why we try to slow down the spread of the virus, because it's, again, it's not as deadly as the zombie apocalypse or whatever. But he was telling me that even in the first wave, at its height, the hospitals were not overrun. He said, this is from a medical doctor here in Montreal at the biggest hospital in Quebec. He says, yes, they were very busy, but it wasn't like in hospitals, like not like the CHSLD that they were overwhelmed. The actual hospital were not. So basically, the CHSLD should have been sending their patient to the hospital quicker, because the hospital they had the capacity. Like, it's not like whereas in the CHSLD there was people dying in their room, dying in the hallway, whatever. In the hospitals, it wasn't people just dying in the hallway because no one could get to
I think
them.
what happened there was the mismanagement.
Italy and Spain and that, they had people, their hospital were overrun. Thankfully in Montreal, so we have to give credit, I think, where it's due, that our politician, our leader, did take the proper measures to prevent, like, overall fucking collapse.
Yeah.
Where in other countries they reacted too late or whatever.
Well, I think it was the management of those long-term care facilities that were just not aware. Like, they weren't taking care of it. They just let it drag out.
No.
Like, employees weren't even showing up, and there was 2 people to take care of like 30 people.
100,
yeah,
150
it was
people.
crazy.
Yeah,
so
was terrible.
The management is what happened. What screwed up those places. The hospitals were not terrible. Like, I remember my old man went to the hospital during the height of it, like right at the start, and it was pretty. I mean, it was like he didn't have really a huge problem. The only thing is it took a while, like, to get. They have to wait before they transfer you anywhere else in the hospital. They need to get their results back to make sure you don't have it. So, like, before they could do anything, you have to sit in a room basically and wait for, a day or two before they give you a result. But what sucks about that? What sucks about it is.
Do you know the name of your dad's cardiologist by any chance?
I don't know. I'd have to ask him. I'll let you. What do you have?
Because that's it. The guy on my team is a cardiologist.
He's got a different one now. I know he had. He was an Asian dude. I can't remember his name. He's very. Oh
no, he's not. My guy's not.
Yeah, no, he was very. He was a very nice guy. That was his surgeon. I don't know who he's going to see now, but definitely at the hospital, it was not as crazy. But what happens is, what sucks is all the surgeries get canceled. So anything else, like, we're so lucky, like.
Elective things, especially.
Yeah, but at the start, it was literally like everything got canceled. There was no surgeons even working. Like, it was just, everything was shut down. So it's pretty wild. Like, even my dad when he went in, it took him a few days even to he had water in his lung that they had to remove. And it took him about, I think it was like 4 or 5 days before they can get a doctor in to remove it. So he sat there in pain and, like, having water in his lung, having a hard time breathing during the height of COVID, which was crazy. So that's what people have to understand is, like, yes, okay, you're not going to all die from it, but it overwhelms the healthcare system. They have to cancel all the doctors, stay home, most of them, because they don't want them catching it, especially the surgeons. So they can't do surgeries. So now if you have something that's, like, really like, you need something instant, like, it's urgent, it's hard to get a doctor in there. So even if it's, like, urgent, you can't get a doctor in there to do it right away, and you could die from something else. So that's what you have to worry about, like, people think, like, the COVID won't kill you. Yeah, but you break an arm, go to the hospital, good luck. You're going to sit, you're not going to get it fixed for a while because it's going to be overrun and packed.
I think broken arm, you think?
I wonder, man. Well, definitely
I
every.
think it was
you
the
know,
elective surgery, like
yeah, but the
hernia surgery. Or
right. But let's
whatever.
say you have something emergency. Let's say you have I don't know, your heart surgery. You need it done right away. You know, you got a blocked artery that just happened. You run in, but now all the surgeons are at home because they're not hanging around. What the hell is slopping in your? Is that the dog?
You used to play. Yeah, that was the dog slurping. Yeah. You've played ball hockey with us before.
Yeah.
Do you remember Fred, one of the goalies? Tall
I
goalie?
heard, man, dude, he had a mild heart attack or something.
Yeah, and he got in. They 24 hours. They performed the surgery. This was just 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, but that was
when it's emergency, they were able.
But
to
that
I think
was
our
2
healthcare
weeks
system
ago. We
handled it well.
weren't like we were at the start. At the start, it was different. I think they literally shut it all down because that's why people were dying from other things, but they were just marking it as COVID. That's what everyone was saying. Yeah. Because they couldn't get surgery. So, like, yeah, COVID killed them. Because basically they couldn't get any doctors in there. I love that your dog is slopping. Is that Baby?
Yeah, it's Baby.
Baby be slopping. Yeah, it's...
Baby be slopping. Baby be slopping. Baby be doing what baby do. She's going to get neutered on November 19th.
Oh, man. Are you going to throw a neutered party for the dog? Get her a
just gonna wait till November 19th to start throwing jizz at her.
Come on. Oh, here we go. I think we just got canceled.
Jizzing on the dog again.
I think we just got canceled.
Jesus
it just shut down.
Christ.
But we do have to figure out something for this. I'm going to hardwire our internet better because your video connection today is not the greatest. I feel bad, but I don't know what else to do. At this point,
I don't know what else to do
at
either.
This point,
that's fun. It's funny. I just said that it's gross, so I don't know why I would share this. But Angela found this delicate way of saying, because baby, she's still a baby. She's still like she's at 9 months old or whatever. And Angela, like she'll chew shit. She chews. I don't know. She doesn't chew shoes or anything although she did chew Angela's flip flop. But she'll go she'll drink out of the toilet. At one point, oh God, didn't I tell this story when Reese took a shit and she took fucking toilet paper out of the
I think I don't know if you told it on
and brought it in my room. Brought it in my room to chew on it, and then I'm picking. Oh yeah, remember? And then I pick it up with my hands, throw it in the garbage, and then I'm eating nuts with the same hand after. This is the second appearance of that story on this fucking podcast.
I forget that.
But then Angela tries to find a delicate way. She's like, baby does like to chew Kleenexes and things like that. So your Kleenex that you use Kleenex in your garbage can. I keep finding baby chewed up. So she's chewing my jerk off Kleenexes is what the story is. So she's full of human fluids.
Well, that's disgusting, dude. Why? What is wrong? What's happening in that household that there's...
Well, no, I know. Now I'm skipping a step. I'm just coming straight into her mouth.
Oh, Jesus. We just took a turn. Hey. This is a corporate clean, sir. Corporate clean. Compose yourself.
Shut up, you flabby vagina bitch.
Compose yourself, damn it. Horrible. Yeah, it's having a dog, man. I don't know how the hell you're doing that. So what? The kids are not taking care of that dog, or what? What's going on?
Yeah, they're all right. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Reese, they love the dog for sure. Like poor Sobe gets neglected now. Like they walk in, baby, move, Sobe. I'm trying to love baby. It's really shitty. To the point where Angela took Sobe back to her mother's house. Like feels bad for her.
That's bad. Poor Sobes. Good pup.
Yeah, good pup. How are your cats?
Cats are all right. The cats are still they're surviving
I don't
COVID.
Really care. I'm just trying to be polite.
Cats are surviving COVID. I wonder what's happening with the animals. How come they're? That's all I think.
They haven't come out with a COVID cat COVID
no,
yet.
so far so good.
Cat AIDS. There's cat AIDS.
Cat AIDS. There is cat AIDS. But I was
There's
I was thinking about that the other day, like about the animal. They have no idea. The animals are just doing their thing, and we're all just scrambling to stay alive right now. And animals are just like, well, what's going on with the humans? Look at all this free space. There's no humans out here.
Everyone's home. No, everyone's home. The wild animals.
Yeah, I'm talking about the wild animals.
The home
animals are like
the pets are like, Oh, this is great. My people are here all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. This has been the
Haven't
longest.
haven't had a treat at 2 p.m. in 6 years. This is great. I'm getting fucking treats at 2 p.m. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I wonder what the
As if my animals can tell time. Did you hear that there's a lobby in, I think it was California, that in schools they're trying to do away with teaching children how to read analog clocks.
what?
Like there's no point in learning how to read like a clock with hands. Everything's digital now. So they're gonna take that out of the curriculum. Not even teach children how to read a fucking regular
Well,
clock.
look, just teach. All I have with the schooling system is teach them how to do taxes. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why we're not
Yeah.
teaching kids how to do things, like how to manage your money, how to do taxes, how to
Yeah.
do all that shit, like investment.
capital
Yeah.
gains.
I
Yeah.
don't understand it. I don't get why, like, what is so important that kids have to go to school if we're not even teaching them the basics of what you're going to have to do, be forced to do for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
You know, like it does.
I know.
They're all in there infecting each other. And that's the other thing, too. Our buddy, John St. Godard, a great comic, you know, he
Yeah.
also teaches, high school teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's quarantining now because apparently one of his colleagues caught COVID, and he shared an office with them.
Oh shit.
So that now he has to
Oh,
quarantine, and the whole class. I don't know if.
And do the test. Did he do the test?
No, they just made him quarantine. They told him go home and quarantine. Don't do the test because you could get infected on the way, or you could infect other people if you do have it. Unless like your symptoms are terrible enough, then and you have to go to a hospital to get tested or something. But otherwise, they were like just stay home for 2 weeks, and he still has to teach his class online.
Zoom.
So
yeah.
why not just teach them online? What do you have to like? What's the point? Like all these teachers that are now catching it or having to quarantine, all the kids are going home, having to quarantine for 2 weeks, and still going to school online. So why not just do it online? I don't understand it.
Yeah, Andy stayed home from school yesterday to do online day, just in case, like it was a practice
Right.
run kind of thing. Every grade did one day to practice. Should there come a time where their class had to be sent home or the whole school gets shut
Yeah.
down? And as of today, the whole province is secondary 4 and 5 are doing They're only going to school every second day.
Okay, yeah, they should.
To minimize, to reduce the number of people in the school. You know?
What is it that they're trying to keep kids in the school?
I think, especially for the younger kid, like why it's just grade 10 and 11, it's because the economy's already taken a huge kick in the
Yeah.
nuts. If you start keeping the younger kid at home, that means there's a whole giant group of the population, parents, that the parents won't be able to go to work if their 12 and under child have to stay home. Well, they have to stay home too. Whereas kids that grade 10 and 11, they're like 15, 16, 17-year-old, that they can be home by themselves.
Yeah, so
That's the logic, I think, behind why they're letting those students stay home more.
but why not just leave them home all the time? Why not just like grade 9, 10, 11, you learn from home? Like, is there an incentive? I don't know.
Frankly, Abdul, there's a huge number of people. You'd be surprised. Like I was on the school committee at the elementary
Yeah.
school. I live in Brassard,
Yeah.
right? I live in you sort of think affluent enough, like middle class at least. And we had over 100 kids that were on the breakfast program at the school.
Right.
That otherwise, like if they don't go to
Yeah, they
school,
don't
they
eat.
don't fucking
Yeah.
eat. That's fucked up to me. So that's probably another reason why,
Right.
and why I'm okay, why I agree. Plus, again, we know that the kids are not as susceptible to grave illness. That's not to say they can't pass it along. If they get it, they may not die, but their grandmother might die. I get it, but I think these are all measured things that they're less likely to get very, very sick. And schools provide, like, their kids, they need to be at school. They need to be with their friend. They need to socialize. They need to learn. Some of them need the protective structure that the school provide, like the social worker and
I guess I know
not
what
really
you're saying.
so, but somebody to talk to, somebody to make sure that they've had a vitamin today. You know what I mean? Somebody,
God damn.
I don't
If
know.
it's that bad, we should
It's
start
so-
vetting out who's having children.
Dude, I've been saying that for years. How do we? I can't drive a motorcycle because I didn't pass a stupid test
Yeah.
to ride a motorcycle. But any fuckface can just blow his load in somebody and fucking have a baby.
Yeah, it's pretty
You
crazy.
don't trust me with a fucking motorized bicycle, but any dickhead.
You can have
be in
17
charge of
children,
a
but you can't drive
baby?
2 wheels and a motor.
Yeah,
No, it's
I don't.
yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, I was just trying to figure it out because I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why are they so like adamant about kids going to school? And then now all the like everything, like we're at a fucking work, like we can't go to do shows because of that. And I'm like, I got to pay fucking school taxes for shit, and I don't even have kids. And these fucking kids are going to school. I
know.
didn't even have a job. What are these fucking kids start paying for my fucking stay-at-home taxes? Out of work
I know.
taxes.
Tell me about it. Kids should start paying for anything, just anything
Yeah.
at all. My kids are making more money than I am. See, when they were on the CERB, we were all very even Steven, and yet I'm sitting here growing my own fucking potatoes. They're walking in with new iPads and fucking.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, what? I gotta pay rent? Fuck that. Yeah, that's it definitely was weird. I think everything. Well, we're all I think they're learning about all this now. I think that things were not set up properly, and now they're realizing, shit. Okay, we're gonna have to change. I mean, life's gonna have to change, and like you're saying, it is getting closer. It's getting to people now that we know firsthand. I know a guy that's got it, and did we talk about it? I think we talked about it last week. And then yeah, it's just like it's just people are getting it now, and now we got to figure out how we're gonna do it, how we can get restaurants and bars open again. I don't think that's gonna. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want it to open, but how the fuck? And now gyms are closing. Like,
I know.
you're gonna.
Yeah, as of today, the
How
gyms
many
are closed.
businesses are you
That's
gonna
it.
put
If I
out?
didn't, if we did,
You know, I get
Yeah.
we can't, but meanwhile, people can still fly to fucking Mexico. I don't understand it. I don't get what's happening here. Like, you can get on a plane and go on vacation.
or yeah, like I made the analogy. My mother's birthday is on October 22nd, so that's right before the mandatory lockdown end. So I can't have my mother over for Thanksgiving. I can't have my mother
Yeah.
over for her birthday. Unless my mother was a fucking plumber or an HVAC specialist or whatever, then she could come
Wow.
over. You know what I mean? If she was my plumber or my electrician,
Bring your work
she could come
clothes,
over.
Nana.
Sino, I have to have her. We could have Thanksgiving dinner together, but we have to do it at the fucking food court at the mall. That's
Yeah,
okay. We
right?
can meet at the food court at the mall, but I can't have her in my
Yeah.
house when we're part of obviously the same bubble. She's a old lady that live a little bit paranoid life. She's gonna like, anyway.
I know.
It's like whoosh. Don't get me wrong. I understand the measures. I don't mind wearing the mask. I think we should all be.
No, but I
being
think we're getting
careful.
to the point
But
where
it's
they're
the fucking douchebags.
It doesn't
that-
make sense, the rules.
It's a few people that are being careless, reckless, whatever, that are making these rules have to apply. It's already, listen, on s'entend-tu, if anybody know me at all, I don't love rules. I'm not a big fucking rule guy. These are rules that really, they're coming into my house now to tell me how I can live in my
Yeah.
house. Hey, va chier, tabarnak.
Yeah.
I fucking don't like it. I'm trying to, because again, I'm a father. I do call them fuckface, but I do try to be the best father I can. So I've tried to tell them, guys, try not to go out and socialize. Like, but why am I not being entrusted to make these decisions for my own family?
Yeah.
Because there's people that are making bad decisions for their family because they're fucking stupid.
Dude, yeah.
Or denying that COVID even exists. I'm like, come on.
People that are still partying are the ones fucking it up. Like, go to a restaurant and eat. You're not spreading it. You're partying after. You're fucking drinking and stuff and cheersing, and that's where the shit's gonna happen. So it sucks that these people are fucking it up for all of us. Like even the comedy clubs.
I hate that there's so many.
Anyone get it?
There's
No.
so many. There's so many rules. There's so many rules that are developed and that are passed to really police the lowest common denominator, the fucking stupidest of the stupid, the most ignorant or selfish or whatever. We all have to abide by these rules that aren't reasonable for reasonable people. If you're reasonable, like telling my children, no, you really shouldn't, you can't do this. Be careful, like just keep saying it. I mean, even my own children aren't as careful as I like. Like when they leave here, they're like, no, I'm just going to Gabby's, and maybe she's not though. But it's up to me. It's my family. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that the police can walk in my backyard and say, oh, you have two people back here. That's $6,000 fine.
Yeah, Quebec's.
Well, I'm in my backyard, tabarnak. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know why I'm getting angry. I'm getting so angry.
Well, it's because this is only Quebec though. This is only Quebec. It's where we are. We're not like generalizing everywhere. Everywhere else can do. They have their different rules. Like the Maritimes are doing pretty great.
Everyone, yeah, and that's the thing. It's different rules. Same country, different rules.
Even
same
different
continent, different
areas
rules.
in Quebec are different. You could do it or you can't do it, and it's. I don't know. I think it's just getting excessive with the people that are fucking getting together in large groups and partying. And then meanwhile, even like protests and shit, for fuck's sakes, like right from the start, these goddamn protests, like, come on. Like it's obviously what's spreading, and a lot, then they're still going on with protests and people are out and that. It's like, why are we getting together in large groups? Also, I like how everybody started supporting Black lives and equality for Black people right as all the jobs disappeared. Like everybody's like, well, Black people should get equality and hire them. Look to hire them. There's no fucking jobs left. Thanks for sticking up for the colored and Black people. Like after all this fucking time, you're like, yeah, let's get them. Let's get out there. They need to be heard. What? We're all fucking locked down. We can't even work. Now you're you're supporting. Now, where the hell were you a year ago? We're all looking for jobs.
No, it's still a good movement. It's still
listen. Obviously, things need to change.
Progress.
But for
This
fuck's
election,
sakes,
this
during
election
a
is so
pandemic,
important.
man. Like, come on, man. During a pandemic.
I think every election since I've been born, the pugilists will say this is the most important election in our lifetime. I really think this American election is the most important.
Oh, this is
election
wild,
in my
dude. This
lifetime.
is like out of it.
This is. I can't say.
You're getting me excited
I'm
just
not
mentioning
thrilled
it.
with the. I'm not thrilled with the Democratic nominee. He's listen, on s'entend, he's a gazillion time better than what we have in there right now. But I just feel this was such an opportunity for change. I think Bernie Sanders would have been just the greatest.
I think Americans are he's too much for Americans. I would love to see him win, because that is what America needs. They need a slap in the like. Come on, man.
But they don't know it.
They don't know it.
It's like America is all 12-year-old girls that fucking they think they know they know everything, but they're fucking. You're dumb. You don't fucking see past your nose, you moron. Socialized medicine is great. Look at the president. He's laughing at COVID now because he went to a socialized medicine hospital and got the best treatment.
Exactly.
Available.
I don't understand it. Like,
anyway. And
then they're still gonna vote for him. Like, are you kidding me? That's exactly what people want is socialized medicine. So you can just go to the hospital when you're sick. You don't have to worry about how much it's gonna cost. The doctor doesn't come in. It's like with a clipboard and with different pricing. And like, well, we can do this and it would cost this much. And then if you want to go even lower, we can just do that part and then it'll cost that much. Like, that's what they do when you go to the hospital in the States.
Right.
It's so
we can
gross.
either give you open heart surgery, heart transplant, or if you're on a budget, here's some baby aspirin.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's exactly what it's like when you go to the doctor in the States, man. Yeah. It's so gross. And they act like it's a first world country. It's not. It's totally not a first world country. First world countries do not have that issue. You should be able to just get treatment if you're sick. That's what to me, that's what defines a first world country. Yeah. Do you take care of somebody who is sick? That's it.
And your children, there should be no risk that your children don't eat. There should be no risk.
It should just be like, you can't do that. It's not, you drive by some of these cities, man, in the States, and you're like, how do these people even go to work every day? Like, man, the biggest thing that depressed me when I moved to LA was just walking by people on the street that looked so down, man.
Defeated.
Dude, just so down. Like nothing in their life can help them. Just so down. It hurts you. Like it hurt me. For the first 3 months, man, it was the hardest thing to wit. The hardest thing about living in America is seeing how people live in America. That's bottom line.
Yeah.
That to me was like the number one thing was like, man, you can't, how do you, and then celebrities like talk on, like they go to the Oscars down the road from literally thousands of homeless people. They're at the Emmys. They're right wherever the hell they record. They're right down the road, man. And they're like, we got to do something. Fuck you. Go down the road. Just literally go down the road and help those people.
Your $6,800 gift bag that you just picked up.
Yeah,
at the Emmys,
where they're always like at the time when Trump was came in and it was all the the Mexican immigrants coming in, right? Oh, we got to stop the kids and the Kate. Yo, I agree, but literally, just look outside right now, wherever you are in LA, and it's a shit show. Like you need to help those people right away, man. Like that needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird, like you said, that country has no idea what they really, and then every time that like Canadians are like, you guys really need to clean your shit up. And they're like, don't tell us how to fucking live. You guys keep your nose in Canada. Yeah. Well, fuck. Why don't you come to Canada and see how much we do for people? And we actually give a shit. Like a lot of people give a shit. Of course, we still have our issues, but not even close. You cannot compare. It is not even close to what America goes through. It's wild.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, well. Depressing talk to round out the podcast. Yeah, some more.
All right, look, dude. We've got...
hey, let's get to our football picks.
Yeah, let's get... You didn't do good? What'd you lose? Do you tell us how much you lost, or are you going to keep that quiet?
I lost most.
Most of your money or most of your picks?
But only because, like, my picks weren't all that bad. It's just I always, for people that don't know sport betting, I do always parlays. I parlay, meaning my bets are all several games in one bet. So all of the picks have to win. What the fuck is this happening like this? All the picks have to win for the bet to win. So if we go over the bets, why the fuck?
Pull it up, buddy. I don't have anything on this. I don't even know. Is football's happening? I don't understand.
Yeah, football's happening, but most of the stadium are empty. But Florida this week, Florida passed legislation. Florida, of all places, where the fucking place is just going to shit. There's no more limit on the capacity. They can sell out the stadium if they want, which is that's so Florida. Oh, Florida. Stop being so Florida. But let's go. So last week, I believe I had the Broncos. Yeah, I had the Broncos over the Jets. That was good. I had the Saints over the Lions. That was good. But for instance, the Saints, I had them at plus -7.5, and they only won by 6. So, but I did pick the Saints to win. I picked the Bucks to win. They won. I picked the Bengals to win. They won. I think I picked the Texans over the Vikings. That lost. I picked the Seahawks over the Dolphins. That won. I picked the Cowboys over the Browns. Cowboys-Browns, 49-38 was the score of that game. That game was
That's a high game.
So that one really killed me. The Cowboys game was I had a 10-way parlay. I had a 10 team pick that I always pick, a really big one, whatever. It would have paid $6,000, and the Cowboys was the only one that I picked wrong. So that came close.
Goddamn.
Cardinals Panther. I think I might have taken the Cardinal. I don't remember. The Ravens was a winner. The Rams were a winner. The Bills were a winner. I believe I might have taken the Bears over the Colts. I don't remember. I had the 49ers over the Eagles. That was my other loser. So I still went about 80%. I had the Chiefs, the Packers. I did well. It's just that I picked the Cowboys and the 49ers. I had them in most of my bets, so it lost. So I think on the weekend I ended up losing 700. But I actually lost like 900, but I won. So I was down 500 on the weekend because I won. One of my bets came in at 500. Anyway, let's go. But I still had 80% correct in the
Okay, so what's your picks this week? What do we got?
So generally, if you take any of my picks and you just bet the one thing, you have an 80% chance of winning so far this season.
All right.
So this weekend, tonight it's Buccaneers Bears. That's Tom Brady meeting Nick Foles, the Eagles hero of Super Bowl 2 years ago. I still think Tom Brady is a slight favorite only. They're only 3-point favorites, but I think I take the Bucks for sure. Now the over under in this game is only 44.5. You can on some of the betting sites you can change it. You can cheat the over for less good odds, but I'd say if you can get the over 42 in this 41.5, say, this is a great bet. I think the over is going to be good here. I think Tom Brady is going to be good for at least 4 touchdowns. So all the Bears need to do is score a couple and a field goal. And anyway, so I take the Bucks over the Bears. I think the Cardinals over the Jets is a pretty safe bet, but it's not in my top list of priority or whatever. But definitely the Cardinals over the Jets. The Bills at Tennessee. I think the Bills are looking so good these days. I'm taking the Bills for sure. Carolina and the Falcons. Now Carolina keeps surprising me. They've got a new quarterback. McCaffrey got hurt in week 3, but they're still pumping. They're still working good, and the Falcons have no finishing touch. So I think Carolina is a decent pick in this game, even though it's in Atlanta. But I might stay away from that game. That's one of the ones that I'm a little concerned about. The Bengals, with their Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, is meeting Lamar Jackson this week in Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to walk away with that, but I think it will be a high-scoring game. The Texans versus the Jaguars in Texas, though, not at the full fucking Florida stadium. I think the Texans are going to take that one pretty easily. Now, the winless Washington football team, winless and nameless, they have no name and they have no wins. I think the Rams are going to handle that pretty readily. Raiders at the Chiefs. I think the Raiders have been looking good. They just have a tough schedule. The Chiefs are definitely gonna win that. I can't see anybody beating. I think they're gonna repeat the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes and his team, even with a second string, mostly second string O line, Patrick Mahomes is just doing magical things. Big battle of Pennsylvania: Steelers versus Eagles at Pittsburgh. The Eagles are shit. They had a good showing last week, but I feel that they got lucky. Pittsburgh is going to handle the Eagles this week, I think, pretty easily. The 49ers at Miami. The 49ers have really been, I thought they were a stacked team. Their defense really apparently need Bosa because he's hurt and they're really not doing the job. But they're playing Miami in San Francisco, so I still think the 49ers are going to walk away with that one, but that team is not the team that we were expecting this season. The Patriots hosting the Broncos in New England. I think the Patriots, Belichick is really coming into his own with the team that he's got. He's going to take that pretty easily as well, the Patriots, I think. The Browns versus the Colts. Now, this one, too, the over-under is set at 46. Both of these teams have been putting up good numbers and scores. The Browns offense is really starting to perform well and sync together. So I think the Browns are going to take the Colts at home. But I think that's going to be a really good game. Giants at the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys have that one locked up. It's going to be pretty good. Vikings at Seattle. Seattle always makes games too interesting for me, but I think the Seahawks are going to. Russell Wilson, again, is like a clutch guy. When it comes down to it, he'll come out with the win. And then on Monday, we got the Saints hosting the Chargers at the Superdome. The Saints, I love the Saints. The Chargers, without Phillip Rivers, is looking good. Phillip Rivers being now at the Colts, and he's doing well with the Colts. I never liked the guy. I don't like the way he plays. He's a baby lala. But anyway, I think the Saints over the Chargers quite easily as well. Drew Brees is going to break some new records this year. It's going to be fantastic. And that's the picks. You heard it here first. I'm pretty sure I think this week I could go 90%. I think I feel really good about it.
All right, we'll hold you to that 90%. Maybe I should go buy some miso jus.
Do it. I'm gonna be spreading some action around for sure. There's still a bunch of games that are off the board right now for some reason. I don't know what they're waiting to hear. Like the Patriots game is off the board. They're not. The numbers aren't solidified yet. The Bengals Ravens, which I don't know what the thing is there. Maybe they're gonna sit Lamar Jackson. Maybe Lamar Jackson needs a little bit of a break, and they don't need to waste him against a team like the Bengals. But that's where it's at. And the Bills versus Tennessee too, off the board. You can't. The numbers aren't published yet. So
All right.
I hope they do soon because I want to place the bets before tonight's game. I want to get the Bills in there. Bills look really good this year. The Buffalo Bills look really good. It's just too bad that the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens are just such a strong team. The Packers also, the Green Bay Packers, who have a bye this week, they don't play. But tabarnak, they look so good. The Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers is doing such magical things back there. He looks so poised and chill, like no stress, like the guy he's got, like he feels like he's the smartest man on the field every time he's out there. It's so fun.
Well, sounds like you really enjoy it.
I do really like it. That's it. And just to let everybody know, I think I've beaten the gambling thing. This is just, I'm putting small amounts of money. I know it sounds like a lot when I say I lost 700, but won 500. It's like when I see that coming, and I had money in the bank with my betting source, or the place where I bet. I had won 3,000, so I'm playing with sort of free money. And I really enjoy doing it, and I'm loving watching it. It's so fun to watch.
Well, let's hope you fucking win big, buddy. Win
Let's
big.
hope. Let's
All
hope.
right.
Win big.
Seguin's picks.
COVID.
Thank you.
Maybe if I start doing really well with football, I won't have to build any more fucking decks to survive this pandemic.
No more Zoom shows that you can't or don't like.
Gotta try to get on Jimmy the Bags show.
Jimmy the
I'm gonna try to get
Bag.
on Jimmy the Bags show.
All right, man. Let's talk again soon. Let's do it up.
Let's do it. Love you,
All right,
buddy.
love you too, man.
I still have a bunch of T-shirts for you. I have all the different Bacon No Bacon T-shirt. I got some Derek Seguin T-shirts. We gotta covertly meet someone. Let's meet at a food court.
Meet at a food court. All right.
Let's go shopping. I'll meet you at H&M. Have a little fucking meeting at H&M.
All right, man. Take care.
When many move on, the change will have come and gone.